Welcome to Edualam. Today we are going to continue the part 2 for chapter number 2 GSEB, Cultural Heritage of India, Traditional Handicraft and Fine Arts. So we have already discussed the first part. In that we have covered traditional handicraft and all those things about India. So in this part, the second part, we are going to just focus on the fine arts. So let's understand the meaning of fine arts first. Fine arts include singing, playing, music, dancing and performing roles. So basically fine arts include singing, playing music, dancing and performing roles in, we can say, in script, or what people do perform the roles on the stage, and this all things are included in fine arts. Even the movie which we see are a part of fine arts, we can say. The first thing we will discuss is about music. So Indian music, when we talk about, it holds a very unique thing. Why? Because of its rhythm, its tune and its harmony. As we see in the western countries how the music is there, and when we look at our country and how the music is there of our country, so दोनों म्यूज़िक बहुत अलग है. वहाँ का म्यूज़िक कैसा है, पॉप म्यूज़िक एंड ऑल दोज टाइप ऑफ म्यूज़िक. बट व्हाट इज़ इन इंडिया, वी हैव अ वेरी fine classical music, it has a very good rhythm, it has a very good tune and also a very good harmony. So it creates a very unique identity in the world for the music. Then comes the Samveda. What is Samveda? We have the 4 Vedas according to the Hindu religion. It has the 4 Vedas and one of them is named as Samveda. So this Samveda is associated somewhere with music, and this can be asked in your 1 marker also. It is asked in question answers 1 marker. There are 7 vowels of music. They are sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da and ni. As we have in our English alphabet, we have vowels and consonants. In music also, any language is incomplete without the alphabet. So music also has a alphabet and it has 7 vowels in music. Sa, re, ga, ma, pa, da and ni are the 7 vowels of music. When we see music, it has the 2 parts, the classical and the folk. There are 2 sides of music. First is the classical and second one is the folk. In this chapter we are just going to focus on the classical side. In classical, what is there? It has the 5 ragas. The first rag is Shri, second is Deepak, third is Hindor, fourth is Megh and fifth is Bhairavi. So this 5 ragas, where it originated from, it came naturally out of Lord Shiva's Panchmukh. Now we all know who is Lord Shiva, right? But what is Panchmukh? Panch means 5 and Mukh means mouth. So we can say a type of roop of Lord Shiva which has the 5 mouths, and it came naturally out of Panchmukh of Lord Shiva. This all 5 rags came naturally out of Panchmukh of Lord Shiva. And there are 3 books written on the music, that is Sangeet Makaran, Sangeet Ratnakar and Sangeet Parijat. These 3 books are written by whom and in which year it has been written and what it consists, that also we are going to study further. The first book which we are going to talk about is Sangeet Makaran. So ये book किसने लिखी थी? Narad. He was a music scholar and he has written this book named as Sangeet Makaran. And when it was written 900 BC. मतलब जीसस क्राइस्ट का जब बर्थ हुआ उससे भी 900 years पहले लिखी गई थी ये बुक. एंड इट हैज़ 19 वीणास. इट इज़ अ पार्ट ऑफ म्यूजिक. इट हैज़ 19 वीणास and 101 type of rhythm are included in this book, and it is written by Narad and he was a music scholar. Then the second book which we have is Sangeet Ratnakar, and it was written by Pandit Sarangdev. Sangeet Ratnakar was written by Pandit Sarangdev, and where he used to live? He used to live in Daulatabad. Where this Daulatabad is? It is in Mumbai. It is in Maharashtra. And he was familiar with North Indian as well as the South Indian music. Sangeet Ratnakar जिसने लिखा, he was Pandit Sarangdev, and he used to live in Daulatabad, and he was familiar with North Indian as well as the South Indian music, and it has a very unique understanding in all the aspects. So it is said by one of the musician of that time that it holds a very unique understanding in all the aspects. Who has said this? Pandit Vishnu Narayan Bhatkhande considers Sangeet Ratnakar as the most authentic book to music. So Pandit Vishnu, what he says, that this book Sangeet Ratnakar is most authentic book and it's most unique in its own way. बहुत authentic भी है और बहुत unique भी है. Sangeet Ratnakar is believed to be unique in understanding all the aspects of music because it gives the brief understanding of all the aspects of music, about everything about the music and all the rags and all the tunes. So it's said to be it's unique. The third book which we are going to cover is Sangeet Parijat. Sangeet Parijat is also a book written on music, and who has written it? Pandit Ahobale has written this book Sangeet Parijat, and it was written in 1665. And this book Sangeet Parijat totally focuses on the northern Hindustani music. Sangeet Parijat focuses on the northern Hindustani music, and this book includes what? It includes all the rags have their own unique identity and their characteristic. We have many rags in music, and this book states that all the rags, जितने भी राग है उसके एक अपना यूनिक आईडी है और उसका एक अपना एक अलग कैरेक्टर है, उसका एक अलग कैरेक्टरिस्टिक है. So this thing is written in this book, and this book tries to state us that thing, and it has 29 types of tune. Sangeet Parijat has 29 types of tunes, and other books such as Sangeet Makaran also had 19 types of Veenas, and it has 29 types of tunes. So don't get confused between the Veenas and the tunes. And when we talk about Amir Khusro, who was Amir Khusro? He was a very talented and very famous person at the time of Alauddin Khilji. Alauddin Khilji, as we all know, he was a Muslim ruler, and at the time of Alauddin Khilji, he was from Khilji dynasty, and Amir Khusro, he was very famous in his work of music and poetry. And what happened? Amir Khusro was named as the Parrot of India. He was named as Tote-Hind, which means Parrot of India. As we all know, we also have the Nightingale of India. Amir Khusro was Parrot of India. And music was also used in Bhakti movement. How it was used? The people such as Mirabai, Narsi Mehta, these were followers of Sri Krishna, and at the same time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Narsi Mehta, Tulsidas, this all people started Bhakti movement, and it was started about in 15th and 16th century. What happened? Music was used in this Bhakti movement. How it was used in Bhakti? What people use? The bhajans and all those things. So directly or indirectly, music is linked with this Bhakti movement. And there were also many famous names at that time who were very famous for their music in their 15th century, such as the disciplines of Swami Haridas, Baiju Bawra, who was also known as Baijnath, Tansen and Duet Girl, Tana Riri are considered as the rare jewels of music of 15th century. So these people were considered as the rare jewels of music during the time of 15th century. So here we end this music topic, and the next topic will be about the art of dance. The next topic such as dance and also the various forms of dance, how dance was invented, and also about the tribal dance which we are not very familiar with, and it is very rare dance. So these things we are going to cover in the next topic, in the next series, we can say, right? So here we end this particular video, and please stay connected with us. Please do subscribe us and hit a like button if you like the video. If you have any kind of suggestion or if you have any doubt, you can ask in the comment section. Thank you. Have a nice day.